2000 Maximum rear brakes. On these brakes, the parking brake is built into the rear pads, so it's a little different than doing regular brakes. So first of all, you gotta take your wheel off. What'd you do with my wrench?
I can get it.
So the bolts right here are 14 millimeter, and these are the only ones you really have to remove to do this. If you were taking the rotor off, I'm not sure if these are pressed on or not. I don't think so. You probably just got to hit them off. So you're gonna take this 14 out, this 14 out, and then you're just gonna swap your pads out. And I'm gonna show you how to push the caliper back in. These are a little bit different than your normal brakes. You want to loosen both of them up, or else if you take this one out, you know, when you turn in this one, it's going to move on you. You don't want that. So these are the little bolts that you remove, and they just, sometimes it's going to be hard to get this off. So just use a pry bar. Just like any other brakes, except these won't give because they got the brake built in. Okay. So if you look closely, there's notches in this piston. What I use, and it's not the right tool, but most of you probably will not have proper tools. Come around here and get this. I put the needle nose pliers in here and we turn them. And it works pretty good. You can't squeeze these in like you normally do. Sorry, it's being a little difficult. See how it rotates? That's what you want to do. These are old, but it's going in. So as you can see, that went in pretty good. And as you can see, we needed some brake pads. Don't forget to take your slide pins out. Take them out one at a time. You clean them off and use some caliper grease. Raise them back up and put them back in. Now if you want to take this rotor off, you would take this bolt and the bottom bolt out, and then the rotor should come off. You may have to hit it with a hammer in these spots. Sometimes it gets seized up. So we're going to put these pads on. And one thing about brakes is you don't want to make a noise, and they like to. Vibration is noise. So I always grease the back of my pad, so that way when the piston or the caliper paws hit it, you don't have a problem. It'll be able to move just fine. And then, just put your bolts back in. Honky tonks. Something holding us up here. Might have been this little thing here. Little shield or whatever you want to call it. Push that in just a little bit more just to make sure we got enough of them. Okay, that's better. And you want these really snug, don't over tighten them. But definitely don't under tighten them. That's pretty good on that one. And I'm sure there's a torque for them, but I just always hand tighten them. And 95% of mechanics do. Okay, so see, your caliper slides back and forth on these pins. That's how the brake pads wear evenly. If they're not wearing evenly, it's a good chance these aren't lubed. Alright, so we're just going to put the tire back on and we're done.